David yanked it too hard on that end. Doing this.
Hello, I'm Woody Holly.
We've all got mascot. Yay!
Let's get cracking.
Welcome to the Freudian.
Hello.
We are all gathered here today to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our first proper video.
Yeah.
So we are in the comfort of our own homes as well. Like, I am 6,000 miles away from these other people.
With our rum.
The
We've
arse.
got rum. We've got water.
Got my beer.
I've got height. I've got
And we've got a
Heineken.
fan.
Not a
It's
sponsor.
a fan.
Okay,
Yeah.
so today we are going to be discussing each one of our videos
For
Just
something to
reminisce.
do.
at some time during lockdown.
Okay, so basically, God, we look so different. Well, we don't. So we
It was only 3
decided.
years.
Yeah, we decided to meet up randomly one day to sample a couple of hot sauces, and I think I made one. And then we sampled like 6 or 7 different sauces in increasing levels of heat.
Because
somewhere.
we had yours that you'd made that was
Oh yes, that was
fairly
it. Yeah.
mild, and then I brought the ones from New Orleans, which were sort of medium
Yeah.
and vinegary. They were quite vinegary, and then the really hot and sweetish one that James brought was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just want
And
to
of
say
course,
that I'm
me-
glad I never
so-
did this.
Yeah, yeah, I do have it still, because it was called It was from Magma Sauces, wasn't it?
Oh, here we go. I think it's fair to say that Hot Ones was like an up and coming channel. Then we did
Yeah.
this, and then it really, we
Yeah.
helped them.
Can't-
Also, we
Oh,
obviously
God.
knew that we wanted to create a YouTube
Yeah, there you
channel
go.
and a podcast.
Am I having a
Step
baby?
forward.
Oh, there we go. He started
This is
There we go.
drinking it,
Yeah.
Hey!
then
That's what I
feeling
love.
really sick.
I think Chris just died at this point.
That is
Yeah.
the birth of the Freudian slippers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
to you 30 subscribers out there, 5 of which are
skip
us.
forward. So the first video Strid was in was the egg one.
Yeah, so the egg
Yeah.
one is a year
Special.
old today. A year
Did we
old
watch
Yeah.
today.
Today. Oh wow.
1 year old, yay!
Yay.
Celebration!
Special.
This was the very start of the videos, because if you look at the dates between the hot sauce one and this one,
It was a year
there's
gap,
about
wasn't
a
it?
year or
Because all the seats were taken. I had to sit on the floor. I didn't want to sit on the floor. I was forced to. So
Yeah.
yeah.
and that
I
made
think-
this
And
pile
there's
work.
Strid's first appearance.
I just think I did a massive cock.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, was it me? I remember those eggs being horrible.
They were terrible. And we had to bite.
So-
We had to bite
It was
into
so
them
cheap.
as well to make them sit flat on the.
Yeah.
We actually didn't know what it got to the day of filming. We knew we wanted to film something, but we didn't actually know what. And we headed into town, me and Mike, to buy supplies. And we came up with the idea on the way to town, didn't we?
Was that
And
why?
And then we were there just messaging everyone, going, "Will you give us money for pound shop eggs? Is this?"
Yeah. That was, yeah. Was it a giraffe you were doing or a
It
camel?
was a stegosaurus.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Not only a lot of thought process goes into making these videos, but a lot of money. So
Yeah.
if you want to
Yeah.
sponsor us or send us money,
Yeah, this
we're not
wasn't
on
like,
Patreon,
there you go, the masterpiece.
And James had realised that I'd bit each of those eggs had been in my
Oh,
mouth.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, I'm just eating your germs."
It's all about whose face is the biggest, I think.
Go on.
Yeah, that's a year old today. So
Roll. The mini egg
Happy
went well.
birthday to the
Yeah.
video.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
So what's
to
the next
you.
video?
Well, what's the next video, David?
It's the Lego one, isn't it?
Yay!
Check it
So
out.
this was definitely David or Strid's idea.
was my idea.
This was a really fun one to do.
Nice. So this was the first one we did at night as well.
Yeah.
Also, the only one where I hadn't charged the camera.
Oh yeah, you had to use your phone halfway through, didn't you?
Yeah, halfway through, me and David
had
to start using our phones, and then the editing became this whole big
nightmare. Yeah.
They were the best trainers I ever had in my entire life, and I think a day after there was a massive hole in them, so I had to get rid of them. So this is the last. This is the last time these trainers were on my feet.
Yeah,
and I missed them dearly.
Did you drop a piece of Block Tech Lego onto them?
You might
just tore the hole up.
And originally we thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we made a massive prison of Lego with somebody inside and then have them breaking out at the end of the video?
We still need to do that.
But the thing is,
forgot about that.
we started doing it, and then we realised I had nowhere near enough Lego to actually do anything. So we were like, "What should we do?" It was like, "Oh, we'll just make cars instead."
If this video gets 2,000 likes and views, we will do that for you.
Whilst we're taking a break, Chris, what do you think of disinfectant now?
The best thing science has done. There he is.
Right.
It's next. Yeah, there you go. There's the ramp. There's a snowy ramp.
It was supposed to be an alpine ski car thing. That's what was inspiring it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Alpine slope.
I like your attempt at snow. It was like straight first bit, and then it ran out.
Strid is always really bitter about this video.
Why?
Because she's always convinced that she won, and technically she did. And we said
I did, yeah. But David got it wrong.
Yeah.
Because mine lands the most intact, but then David forgets about mine.
Can I slide down it now?
Oh dear.
And then what did you say, Strid?
You caught in a compromising position, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, my thought now is that I should have removed that tree before I slid down.
Strid was annoyed at me for that in the video.
Yeah, because I hurt my vagina.
No, that's the Secret Life of Rock Stars.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, actually, what was funny about this is like we did. I think in the video we said our task was to make a song, film it, and do a video in like 20 minutes. It took us like a month to get the actual video done.
And I imagine that video took us all day as well.
I think might be one of the best ones we've done.
Yeah, it is by far. Oh yeah, I forgot Rachel was in this one.
Yeah, the only one that Rachel has starred in, other than the music video for it. So I think with this video, I think we wanted to sort of bridge the gap between what we'd been doing, playing ourselves, and we tried to slowly start a bit of acting going on.
You know it's warm when I've got two buttons undone on a shirt.
What I find really funny about this video is that it's supposed to be filmed over half an hour, right? And if you look, it gets progressively darker outside as we obviously film for hours.
Something I want to say for our fans is that, just to let you know, we are actually playing these instruments. We haven't hired professionals. We are the professionals.
No, well, I mean, I hired a voice for my singing. More than that.
There was actually a line in this which got cut eventually. on my mantelpiece, I have tons of Pokemon, right? And I picked up a cuddly toy of Pikachu, and I picked up and just shouted Pokemon Go and threw it at Chris. This was another line that got cut because I think you and me started laughing, Mike. It's when we mentioned the Christmas #1. It's like, I know it's only May, but we really need to get it out.
None of our videos are scripted. Like,
one of them is
literally all improv. I'm going to clean this room, and it was a bit of a jibe at David and Strid.
Yeah, I'm
Shush.
sure there's stuff you couldn't film in there.
We were still unpacking at this point.
It's not my. It's
definitely
one of my favourite. It's not my favourite. It's one
my
of my
favorite.
favourites.
My favorite is the next one.
This was
Here we
so
go.
fun to film.
Yeah, and then I think we all went to Lidl and bought like a load of.
Random shit.
Uh,
Oh yeah, because we got those massive cans of lager.
Yeah,
Well, I
and
think the original idea, I think, was we were all going to be different TV chefs, and Chris was the only one that ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't know if you like
It was just fun to be mean to people. I think that's always, I think everyone streams used to be mean to people, and in a scenario like this, you can be.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'm trying to get out.
I was very worried. I was very worried about what my neighbours thought of me after that. Just hearing people swearing and screaming at each other.
Yeah.
I think this is the first one where we bleeped out the swear words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I remember Mike messaging me saying, "You've been an absolute nightmare because the amount of times I have to edit you saying fuck off."
Actually, there's a line in this where you call me a tan cunt, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me laugh when I first.
Yeah.
My favourite line in this, it cracks me up every time, is as James switches rice for naan bread.
Yeah.
That's my
just like
favourite quote.
I like the show of the dishes when it just David's is topped with the whole pomegranate.
And also the commentary
and James's comes accompanied with kitchen utensils. As if there we go.
And I'm smashed in the background.
I was a bit worried about Chris's health at this point because that rice and fish, raw fish, had been out for a good 2 hours at this point.
Yeah. Right, this shot is one of my favourites because you can see me in the back.
Fuck off! Yeah. Oh, and actually, classic blooper here. We forgot to put James in the credits, even though he is kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the "I'm important, get me out of here" our spoof on "I'm a Celebrity."
Nice.
This was actually one of my favourite ones.
Yeah, I remember you gonna go on.
So we went to the park, and most of it is improv. But,
yeah,
I loved doing this opening sequence.
If you notice as well, at this point I wasn't making a huge amount of money, and my glasses are broken. So half of the videos, my glasses are like that because they're literally held together with glue and sellotape.
Yeah.
Just a
fun
reminder
fact for you.
Go check out Mike's channel. It just said there, so I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
All new worlds.
Yeah. So are you gonna tell them how you got that wig, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a Christmas birthday.
No, it's Christmas present. Yeah.
Christmas
From
present.
me.
Yeah.
Also, you were clever with the names because it was Ash and Dan, Ashton Memorial.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it wasn't just Ash and Dan as in Ant and Dec. It was Ashton Memorial where we filmed that. He's got his own agent, Barry Pimperton.
Yeah, Barry Pimperton. Yeah. And Strid's the survivalist. Chris was the.
He was a mental patient.
You were the twit of 2019 or something.
So typecast again. Yeah.
And James was the famous rapper. It turned out he worked for Amazon. Yeah. That was funny.
I want to actually know what people's reactions are when they watch this. Like, are they like, "Oh, for God's sake," or are they like, "Ha, it's so funny"? I really want to know. I was drying my washing.
Barry Pemberton.
I had to edit that so much because David did a lot of improv in that bit.
Oh, this is the best bit. Sorry, but it is.
Pringles.
Pringles.
I think this is where we got.
This is where my
Yay.
this is where my true acting came in.
To be continued.
Oh yes, it's a two-part. Yeah.
Okay, shall we go on to part 2?
See, one thing about this shot, I'm actually covered in my t-shirt's covered in beer. Well, you'll find out why.
Yeah.
You'll find out
Still,
why.
yeah. Hours later.
Don't forget to get the stars that
Woo!
come out the squirrels' asses.
I'm naked.
Woof.
Ashes
Good
each
shot.
other.
Is this
You look a
passport?
bit sunburnt there. Oh, yes, I'm having a
Probably, yeah.
piss.
I like how you got the head torch, even though it's the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, my gadgets.
Okay. Just in case, you never know.
Part of my
By the way,
trade.
anyone watching this thinking that I'm like an alcoholic, it is like 20 past 11 at night in Japan. So
Oh yeah, just to clarify, yeah.
Yeah. We've got
Well,
different time
it's
zones.
okay.
Absolute.
So
There we
basically
go.
what happened was I hit it, it smashes and starts spraying beer everywhere. And at this point I'm like, well, I can't waste a beer, so I might as well just go with it. I kept
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
it.
As someone who wasn't part of that clip, I remember me and James just having a conversation. We saw it in the background. We were like, "What the hell is
And
happening?"
of course,
Yeah.
I tried not to sort of break character or laugh. So I thought,
Yeah.
I'll just go and just see what happens and just
That's
wait.
that's the bit where the woman was walking past. And I throw it, I hit it, throw it on the floor, I stamp on it, I kick it off, and originally I shouted at the top of my lungs, "Fuck off, you cunt," really loudly. And this woman's walking past and looks at me when it happens. So it looks like I've just shouted, "Fuck off, you cunt," at this random old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just stood there.
Just by the way, guys, we didn't actually leave any cans in the environment. We
No,
picked everything up, and it was all. David yanked it too hard on that end, and I couldn't ever do it again.
Out of context.
It's not funny. I use it for work, and I need it, and I miss it.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be the intro to this video. Well, David yanked it too hard and it came out. That's how we're going to open the video, just saying.
Du, 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 du.
Nice.
Du, 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 du.
Strict
Just pause
pause
again.
over
It's
again.
Yeah, no one cares. Like, come on!
Du, 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 du.
We're actually out
funny
the
thing,
streets.
the funny thing about this though is we didn't actually go to the pub afterwards. So,
No.
We just did it there.
No,
and then camera
so you film me going into the pub, and literally once we filmed it, to anybody that was in the pub would just see me walk in, look around, and then fuck off.
Take it, brother. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that
Good
took
one.
the longest to do
hmm
because
Yeah, it is,
technically, it took us 2 months to put it together. Technically.
In our house, and then on Morecambe Beach.
Does anyone know the YouTube video called Gingers Have Souls?
No.
Yeah.
About a year ago, he was doing a live stream saying, "Can you give us a video to, just give some videos to react to, and I'll watch them." And I posted this in the chat. We're famous in Texas.
I like the
Yeah.
silhouette. I like the silhouette
Yeah, that's
shot.
good.
That took
Yeah.
like
That last-
5 times to
yeah,
film,
that
didn't it?
last
100
shot.
times.
Yeah,
Ever.
Chris Vogel, David
That's
Harmonic,
short and
Mike,
sweet, that video.
James
Yeah.
Only.
Not James.
This was a really, I think it's probably our best video we've ever done. Now, should we just briefly explain the live takeaway takedown? We won't watch briefly. Like,
I'll put it on
Really?
for
57
what's
views.
like
Who
this?
the hell's watching this?
People,
This was
It's
a
not a
disaster.
this was a disaster of a video. I
Just
think the
because
idea
of what
was
happened.
to be kind of, because no one watched apart from me and David, and then we were actually already taking part. Basically, we just recorded ourselves having a conversation, weren't we? Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
We filmed this video, and then we all decided to go to the pub afterwards or something for something to eat.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
me being me, I decided I'm not going to get changed or anything. I'm not going to clean my face. So I ended up going out into Lancaster to Weatherspoons dressed as fucking Hannibal Lecter.
And again,
I think this
this
is
is
one of my favourites.
Actually, the editing, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think the
on points,
there's
if you
quite
guess,
a lot of jokes altogether that are really good.
We wanted
No.
to get as many jokes in from actual horror films, didn't we?
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah.
points if you can spot what the thumbnail is parodying.
I actually think I did a good job at it.
There's
My
another
favourite shot's
famous.
coming up, and
There's
it's
another
famous-
Chris's camera work as well.
Yeah, I was directing this one. I was the camera guy for this one.
You're a director, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that shot. I
Yeah,
love
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah. It's like classic.
Lager,
Like,
regal.
I do a good Pennywise impression in a minute, I think.
This
Yeah.
next bit's my favourite.
When David really gets into a role, he really gets into a role, which I'll explain a bit later on in this video, because
Yeah.
he hurt me at one point. But
By the
I'll come
way,
to that
I
bit.
actually twatted my head on the ceiling at that point. Yeah. All the Hannibal Lecter
Yeah.
books
Oh,
up
yeah.
there as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone's noticed, so Red Dragon is there, and then you'll see Silence of the Lambs later in Hannibal.
Yeah.
Hannibal
I heard
Rising.
no one's
When you come out of here, all of a sudden you can see my shadow holding the camera,
I never noticed.
and it doesn't make
the
sense because
smile
It wasn't-
I didn't have a shadow before you went in.
I don't think I've been in my shed
Yeah,
since this
Oh
video.
yeah, yeah. I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah.
It's a ghost.
Oh
And then
yeah.
wait for James to go past,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can see me stood in like a
Yeah.
ham jacket.
I'll just say I don't think I've actually been in our shed since this video. Classic Jay.
It's like he decides, oh, there's no toilet, so I'm gonna go in the bath.
James being brilliant again. This is.
Yeah, and I'm seasoning him.
Even though he can clearly see you, you're not that far behind him. He's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then
I want to just
Some
say.
sort of
I just
naked
want to
gun
say.
type thing.
I love that camera work there. That
Yeah.
camera work there is the best.
Yeah. You did the farting, didn't you? So
Yeah.
I have been stabbed in 9 years.
Now, what?
Oh,
Explain how
right.
that bloodshot. I say blood.
That bloodshot. The way we did that was so basically we wanted it to like get stabbed and the blood to go everywhere. So I had this cushion which I acquired from a pub somewhere, and I wrapped it in a denim shirt and then sellotaped a plastic bag full of minestrone soup in it.
That's all it was.
Yeah, and then wrapped it up, and then we stabbed the thing, and it just didn't break, and then it just oozed, so it looked terrible, but that made it even funnier, I think.
Yeah. Right. When he grabs me by the shoulder here, he's not just pretending. He's actually grabbing cloth and skin as well, like really grabbing tight.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, that's a proper knife. Can I just say? He's there near my wrists. Not proper. It's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I think I stroked your nose with it at one point.
You do, yeah. That's
Yeah,
horrific.
yeah. There we go. That's when I'm stroking you with the.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and again, I kept thinking to myself, I don't want to say anything because it might ruin the flow. I thought I don't want to, because it's a really good performance. I thought I don't want to.
I really did not know what to say at this point. I was just making stuff up as long.
Make the connection, and I said, I don't know, like, what would he be concerned with? It'd be funny if it affects his teeth. So,
Yeah. And-
so if
Something
you
I
turn
like
vegan, if you turn vegan just because you're scared of meat affecting your
The
teeth,
thing is,
that's just
I'll just say about this. I didn't know what to say. So I said my line was, it's bad because you'll hurt him. And you guys were like, well, yeah, that's kind of the point. And I didn't want that reaction. I was like, yeah. And it was like,
Hurt it.
come on, guys. Yeah.
You did a good job. Everyone did a good job.
Yeah. She just like doesn't bother.
Yeah, she just fucks off and leaves you.
Sorry about that.
Perfect ending.
I would love to know where did you get this music from at the end?
That's a song we used to sing at school, in primary school.
Yeah, you
Really?
say.
Purple People Eater. Guys, that is the end of all the Freudian slippers together. That was the last video.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like the one we all sort of separated and.
So I think this is, for me, personally, because of the amount of work that I put into this one, this is one of my favourites. Because
at this point, I took over the editing process, and this was my
Yeah.
favourite one to edit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Now, at this time
Staring.
again, Mike
This-
was in Japan. I was
Yeah.
on a break from the
Mhm.
recording, and then it's just up to James, David, and Strid, and
yeah,
they've done a fantastic job.
This is the first one where we actually worked
it's actually
on a
scripted.
script.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now, what was the because again, me and Mike were here for the idea sharing. So, what was the premise for this? What was the idea? Who came up with the idea?
Well, the title was kind of mine, and because it was a phrase that my old acting tutor used to say to me, and he died a couple of years back. But he was one of those guys that he found it very hard to say to somebody that was shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
for me, watching this video, the biggest influence, well, I can gather, is the Fast Show.
Yeah, it is.
What's what I got? Yeah.
The whole point of it is it's short clips that eventually, because I want to make a series out of it, eventually the characters are all reoccur.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
really good.
So how long did it take you to like get all these sketches, write all these sketches?
We filmed
Write
these
them all.
over months. We filmed them
Yeah.
over months, right?
yeah,
But writing them didn't take long. It was like one after another. Just
Yeah,
came
well,
out.
because when I write, I write in like batches. I write it all at once. So I sat in a room for a few days and just wrote
You
tons
wrote
of
like 2 a
sketches.
day or something, didn't you?
Yeah, it comes out and it's like, oh, that went really well, and
It
he
was all
walks off.
improvised.
Yeah, and he realised that he'd forgotten to put his shoes on when we were filming, and he just goes with it. So he just walks off and goes, you'll send me them in the mail.
yeah. Yeah.
So he actually leaves them without got his shoes on.
It could have been glass.
Most recent one, and quite topical.
But what I do love about this is we found this DVD that Mike's left in our house when we went to Japan for some bizarre reason.
And
We
we're
put
like,
it
yeah,
in
why
and
not try it out?
It's like, oh, well, there's something that's going to get us through the quarantine. It must be really important. We put it in and it's this. And we
And
just go with
imagine,
it.
like, if this was a real reaction, this is how to build your own medieval castle. Yeah, all right then, we'll do it.
Yeah.
That was our.
But I like the idea that in this world, I thought that was an important thing. In case
Yeah.
if you came upon troubled times, that this is important.
And
Um,
what I do enjoy about this video is we knew we were going to do something together, but
yeah.
neither of us quite knew what.
What was
we
going
knew
to
it-
turn out at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We knew it was going to be about quarantine. And when you sent us this, me and Strid just sat down and were like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Actually,
My thought was, because I hadn't been, I think the last one I was in the horror one, is that you've sort of taken more risks. You've been a bit bolder in your approach to comedy.
Yeah.
And that's good. You're sort of pushing yourselves like, what can we get away with? What can we do?
The ending makes me
Oh.
laugh every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's good,
special
yeah.
effects in that took me I was like, I really want to do this. I don't care how hard it is. I am doing this. Okay.
It's the music. It's the music that makes.
I was like,
it,
we
though.
need to talk about it. We
Yeah,
need,
the music's
we need to look
the
at
best bit.
guys.
Oh!
That took
Nice.
me 5 minutes to know what to do, but took me like an hour to actually do it.
So
Yeah,
I think
that's
that
been
about
it.
wraps it up.
That's really fun. I'm
Yeah,
glad you guys
so,
enjoyed it.
Stay
Good
tuned.
Yeah.
Keep in touch with all of our content. There should be some coming out in the next couple of days. So yeah, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Yeah,
Right,
see you in a
later.
bit.
Take care.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Stay
you
safe,
for
stay home.
watching.
Stay
Bye.
inside.
Stay home. Stay
Stay
safe.
indoors.
And watch these videos. Bye.
And check out my channel, Bold New World.
Yeah.
See ya.
Watch your home.
Flip flopping about, oh baby.